Good evening and thank you for being with us tonight. Nationally, the employment scene is looking a bit bleak and it's not much better for BC. But in Prince George, the unemployment rate remains fairly static over the month before.
The unemployment rate in the country as a whole is 7%, 6.3% for the province. But the local unemployment rate remains well below that at 4.5%.
My understanding of the local Prince George scene is that it continues to remain strong. We're still about 4.5% at an unemployment rate. We do understand that the employment remains stable in the Prince George region at 4.5%. That's a far cry from what we saw in the 1990s when we were consistently in the double-digit range.
The Jobs Ministry cites forestry, mining and gas extraction as the industries experiencing steady growth, industries prominent in this region. But economist Al Idians says some of the resource-based industries can be fickle, mining in particular.
Mining is very erratic in terms of its employment. In fact, Canada is a high-cost employer, so if the values of metals and minerals start to decline, they tend to get laid off. So it's not always the best long-term vision.
In the country as a whole, nearly 22,000 jobs have disappeared, 16,000 in BC alone. Prince George has seen a small number of people leave the labour force, 1,300 to be exact. But Idians says that could be attributed to a number of things.
This could be any number of things. It could have been, additional retirements coming up in January. It could have been more people enrolling into courses and going to school full-time. It could have been people leaving the area to, Mount Milligan or other places and taking employment there outside of the area. So there can be any number of reasons for this drop in the labor force itself.
The Jobs Minister says there are also plenty of economic forces behind the low unemployment rate in our city.
The coal mines in Tumbler Ridge, the construction of the Mount Milligan mine project north of Mackenzie, the revitalization at Endako, the expansion at Huckleberry, people working in the oil and gas business, building new vessels that are used in that industry in Prince George and transporting them north. Prince George really has become an economic hub for northern British Columbia.
Many of the job losses provincially have fallen in the part-time category as well as construction. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.